Test here.
You can't hear me?
My microphone. Hey, can you hear me, Eddie?
Yeah.
Okay, Jerry, let me see here. I gotta get my microphone. Okay. Now I'm speaking. Can you hear me now, Eddie?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at you. I can't hear you yet, but let me give this to Jerry.
You can't hear me?
So you need Jerry, you need Jerry, you need
1 2 1 2 1 2.
the okay. All right.
Can you hear me
Best way to
now?
give you the password is to do what? Is to email it to you, right?
Okay.
Let's see what the password is on this thing. Those are the people.
7A 0 U2U.
So you don't have the email, right? You don't have the email?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm waiting on it now.
Oh, okay. So
Send it to me at 7A 911
all right.
gmail.com.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay. Tell me, Jerry, 7A.
Okay, Eddie, I got one little challenge here. Let me see. I don't hear my speaker is working, but I don't hear yours. I don't hear you.
You don't.
Okay, now let me see if I can hear you now. Okay, are we good now, Eddie?
Can you testing 1 2?
Yeah, I got you now.
Yeah, I can hear you real good.
Yeah, I had this earplug in.
Oh.
You know.
I can hear you. Hey, Diane Trotter's not going to be with us today.
Okay.
And so.
Hey, do you have the password?
Yeah.
I want to text that to Jerry real quick.
7. 7A 0 the number 0 U2U.
Okay. I think Jerry has it now. I just admitted him.
Yep, there he is. Hey, Mr. Jerry. Yeah.
Hello, Ginger. Jerry.
Jerry. You don't hear.
What's up, Pop? What's up?
Oh. Hey. Something's not right.
With him, right? His audio?
Yeah, his is frozen. His picture is frozen.
Yeah.
His picture's frozen.
Yeah, so Diane won't be here, huh?
Nope.
Okay, so let me just see what's happening because I got a few people who are probably checking in with me. So that's Bridget. Yeah, so I'm good with those. Hey, so Jerry, your audio isn't working. Let me call him and see if he'll So how you been? How was your 4th?
It's good. And I've been sleeping. I just woke up.
Yeah, I hear you.
It was good. It was good.
Let's see.
Yeah, he's coming.
You can hear me.
It's not coming through. Now he's moving.
You can hear him?
I can see him. He's moving over.
Hey, Pop, hey.
Hey, it's your network. Your network is slow. Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah. His network is slow. Log out and log back in.
So you heard that, huh, Jerry?
Let me go check it out.
Because I get a fit. We
All
get
right,
a
all right, Eddie. Fine, 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 fine.
Yeah, I had a good day. I had a good day also.
I haven't been outside at all today, so I've been working on my. I found a cousin in Minnesota. Matter of fact, I got a Zoom call with her later on today. She's been working, boy. Had me on my computer 24/7 almost.
How did you discover her?
She's on my dad's side, and I was fishing around. You know, I seen her. She's a fifth cousin, so I reached out to her, and boy, from there we've been on it, Jerry. She's top notch young lady. So I meet with her and her aunt that she just found about three weeks ago on Zoom in about hours.
Well, a lot of people are discovering their families, you know.
Yeah. She was adopted at birth, and so now we've been working on it because we're gonna figure out how we are connected. So it's a lot of fun.
So you're gonna have her take a jet match?
She already did that. I already got her set up. We've been doing this for a couple of weeks now. I got her on jet match. I got her on. I talked to her into getting the family tree maker software, which is a good thing. That's what I was going to talk about today, to try to get people started building their own tree, is to get some software that can do it. Because now we need to get them started and lead them in the right direction so we can find out where everything is.
Hey, hello, son.
Hey,
Hello.
Pop.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Well, Eddie, why do you recommend a family tree to make those
No, what do you do?
Well, for me, family tree is one I know, and that's the one I work with a lot. So if they had something, there's another one out there called Root Magic, also. That is okay, but that's hard for me because I'm not used to the way they have it set up. Hey, that's a little one. Hey.
Say hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
All right. Look at your twin.
Hello, Ashley. Hello, Ashley.
I'm gonna sit up here for a minute.
Hello.
Cause I gotta go to the. Okay.
That's my five-year-old granddaughter. She's 6 or 5.
6.
6-year-old granddaughter, Ashley.
6.
She lives in Long Beach. That's Jerry, my son, Jerry Jr.
Yeah, I know. I see him up there. So I think we ought to try to get them to find the software they can use.
Well, It seems like it has a lot of potential. That what family search.
Yep. Yeah, the family tree.
Oh, family tree.
Family tree maker. I think really we need people to get, and plus it's tied into ancestry. So with ancestry, you can do your research offline and then upload it online to ancestry website.
Okay, family tree.
So that's the way we should get them to get some, because everybody wants to start researching, but they need some type of vehicle to get there to research while they're not on Ancestry, or else get it on their computer. That way you can sit down in front of it, on your computer and do your research. And that's how I generated all my reports. I can generate a report for anything.
Hello, Shalette. How you doing?
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing well.
How's your day?
It's been peaceful today.
Did you run them out the house?
No, I haven't done a lot of anything.
Oh, all right.
You've had some interesting articles on Facebook, Shalette. You've had some interesting articles.
Oh, the stuff I was posting. Yeah.
What's on Facebook?
Just keeping everybody current.
Yeah, it's been some interesting things posted lately.
Yeah.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. See, y'all forcing me to go to Facebook. I don't hang out on Facebook at all, hardly. And y'all be putting all these good articles up there. She forcing me to do that.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm logging on so I can see what you wrote. You getting to be famous, so I'm gonna have to watch out.
I got what I posted today.
In our group website?
No, I didn't post anything in there. I didn't post anything in there, right?
So how do I find you?
She said we stay clear of that. That's for a different. That's a different venue.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I was telling Jerry I connected with a cousin in Minnesota,
Okay.
and we're gonna have a Zoom meeting in about 2 hours from now. And I've been working with her, and she was adopted.
Okay.
Interracial.
Yeah.
And so she found her father was black and her mom was white. And the mom put her for adoption. It won't have nothing to do with her.
Uh-huh.
So she did the DNA test, and so she decided she wanted, and she matched me as a fifth cousin.
Okay.
I've been working with her, trying to get her to where we can find our link. It's going pretty good. She's very excited.
That's good. Now, is that a young lady that joined us on our last call? Or was that a different?
She haven't. No, she's on my dad's side. I'm working on my dad's side. Yeah, on the Henderson side.
Yeah. Okay.
And so we try to find out where we connect. I know she's not. I think we find out she's related to me on both sides, way down the line.
Yeah.
And so we doing that, which is going to be pretty good.
Yeah. I've seen quite a bit of family, like, so on my dad's side, his dad and mom, I found family that's related, like on both sides of those families.
Yeah.
Then I've also found family from my mom's side that's also on my dad's side.
I have the same.
Where the families may have met up somewhere in Virginia, way back, but they're also connected to both sides, my mom and my dad's side. So it's been real interesting.
No.
I have a cousin I work with pretty closely. She's like that too. I told her, I said, look, I just found out we cousins on both sides of the family.
Yeah.
And so we look and we find out a whole bunch of stuff.
Because when you have those small towns and those small areas, and then those major families, they end up, intersecting a few times.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because see, my mom and my dad was from the same community.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
all their family, we all crossed over all kind of ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's amazing to find it. And then the outside, when you go back as far as 1860, you start finding a lot more how they travel. I also found a cousin in Chicago about 2 weeks ago. And we got to talking, and he ended up being my fourth cousin.
Mm-hmm.
I go, how does that? And he said, well, it's on my father's, on my grandfather's side of the family. He never talked about his side, so those are ivory.
Okay.
Which is pretty. So I've been really digging into it. I said, Jerry, I'm on the computer all the time now.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. I'm glad you're getting fruits from your labor. We all doing some harvesting now. It's a good feeling.
Yeah. It's getting a little. It's starting to get a little bit easier now. The more people start really putting stuff out there, it's a lot more helpful.
And it helps when we have our experience level up and we have a lot of materials and a lot of information that we can share with our relatives as we come in contact with them.
So I got Jerry. I did a little more. You gave me that little thing. What I did, I generated me a report, and I met a young lady from Philadelphia 2 days ago.
What did I give you?
How to send out those feelers.
Oh yeah. Your bait, your fishing bait. Yeah.
I did one, Jerry.
Your
I did
fishing
one.
message.
Yeah, I did one, and the young lady texted me right after that. I'm going, oh man, this works.
There you go. I'm glad to hear that.
Yes, and I send them out all the time now.
It's pretty cool. It's quick to do too, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, cut and paste.
Yeah.
And so I got her. I think she's gonna call me when she gets off. She still works, young lady, and she's a fourth cousin from Philadelphia. So we try to find out how did we get to Philadelphia?
Let me see if that's how they start. They start like that. When you reach out to the people, if they agree, you're good. You're good to go. You build your relationship from there.
Yeah. Now, Shalette.
Yes.
What software do you use for your family tree building?
I use Ancestry.
You don't have anything on your computer and stuff?
No, I haven't gotten there yet.
Well, you got a computer at home? I know you're on your phone, right?
No, I'm on a computer now.
I was telling Jerry, I'm suggested you get a family tree. Look into Family Tree Maker for your computer.
Family Tree Maker.
And the reason why is because I do a lot of my research on my computer, and I have the software there. And with Family Tree Maker, it links to Ancestry that you can upload all your information, and then you can download it too. It syncs.
Yeah.
And so that, and then you with the software you can generate your reports like your genealogy and stuff like that to share it with other people.
Okay.
So it's one of those things I can show you. Since
Go through that exercise. You know,
Okay.
see if we got the share screen thing going. Let me check it out real quick. Make
Okay.
sure.
Nope. We disabled.
There it is, right there. Now try it.
All right. Let me see. All right. Let me know when you can see it.
We got it.
Yep, I see it.
Okay. Okay. This is the software that I use. I'm gonna go to the home page and show you. This is where I generate all of my information. You see all my names over here to the right?
Mm-hmm.
All of them have leaves, meaning that there's a hint on ancestry.
Right.
And so what I do, I just click on them. I can click on this name here, and it pulls it up. And then I go to since it's logged, it's synced to ancestry. It'll do the search for me.
Okay.
See, went out there and it finds them. Then once I do all the work, I sync it over here in the corner, and it updates my ancestry family tree.
What you just found.
So
Okay.
it's a help. I mean, this is the only way I do it now. So when you guys be talking, I'll be over here on this doing the search.
Okay. Okay.
And I started it just by with me personally. That's how I got started. I bought the software. See, I'm considered the home page, and then I coded it so I could tell what side of the family everybody's on.
Okay.
So if, I'm going through this quickly. Then I'm sharing. Okay, so then if I want to report, say I want to find out all about my family. Say this is my grandfather right here. I want to do a report to find out our ancestors. I do publish, and these are all the forms where I can create for him, for this tree.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then I do a genealogy report. This is the one I always send to people. This descendant report, and I can go back 8 generations, and it'll report just like I have it set now to give me a report for 6 generations. And what it's doing now is actually going out in my software and grabbing all the information that I have. It's going to put it into a report. See? And that goes from generation all the way to the 6th generation.
Yeah.
See that, Jerry?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it breaks it down just like your family.
Yeah.
It breaks it all down. I can do an individual report on anybody that I have in my tree. I can group them any kind of way. See, this is me right here. And it tells me who I'm from, my father, my mother, and then when I was born and stuff like that. So it breaks it down.
Yeah.
And it does a lot. It does source reports where you get all your resources from. It tells you how to do that, and just people in general. Say I want an individual report. There it is.
How much is the program?
I think it's $39. You can go online.
Is it a one-time cost or is it a subscription?
No, it's no subscription to it. You buy the software, and that's what that is. I'll see how I can get it. And this is what we need too. When you start asking them, just like you find a relative, you say, okay, we have this certain person in common. That if you have the software, I go back into my software and find that person. And then if they don't have all the information and you have it, you can generate this report and actually send it to them.
Well, that's online. I can see how that can be helpful. I can see how that can be helpful because
yeah.
I can see how that can be helpful because
See, all I gotta do is what I do, I save it, or I can actually print it. And in the program, it'll print it to, like, you know what, familiar with a PDF file?
yeah.
You can create a PDF file and attach it to email and mail it to send it to everybody.
Well, you know, once you do that message, that outreach message that we have, our template, once you do that and they respond back to you, that's an opportunity to share this kind of information with them.
Well, yeah, this is another tool, and this is the simple, and this is the homepage. This is the easiest way for people to start. All you do is you start with yourself, and then you put this information in here, right in this location here.
Yeah.
With software. And once you do that, it'll start building your tree for you.
It does it with with hints. Does it help Ancestry?
Once you upload it to Ancestry, because what you use is your ID when you log on to Ancestry and your password, then it syncs it. And then you can go and it'll start building.
Yeah, this is Family Tree Maker.
Yeah.
I believe this is that program that Francis had.
Right. That's what she said, Family Tree Maker.
That's it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
So you can also say you created some additional trees on Ancestry website. You can actually download them back into the programs.
Well, Eddie, how would this go back? How would yours go back generations?
Oh,
I mean, if you put how much information do you have to put in there before this thing comes up with these, the generations, like the one that I've sent out with the Moss generation, Burnell's generation.
The software builds it. It starts linking everything by what you put in there. Like, for instance, I put my mother and my father's name in there, and I put their birthday and where they were born, and I upload it. And Ancestry's database is so big, they automatically they go out and look at your tree and go out and research the people that's connected to it. I mean, just the information that you provide. Okay,
will you show me will you show me the result? Would you show me a result of what they gave, like on one side of your family, like on like the generations?
Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. This is my moss tree that I created.
And the generations that it showed you.
Yeah, it's gonna show them.
Okay, let me see them.
Okay, this is homepage. Okay, this is the moss.
You know what I'm talking about, like generation 1, generation 2.
Yeah, in a report.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I go here, I went up to publish, and I do genealogy reports and the descendants. And over here, I give it the generation, how many generations I want. See right here, I have 6 generations.
Yeah.
It'll generate as many 4 generations, and it'll go as far as I think 9. Yeah, 9 generations. It goes high as 9 generations. 10. Oh, it goes higher than that. So you go up there, and it'll start generating all the information. So let me give you one. Let me give you a tree.
Well, that's generation 1.
Okay.
Did it break it down from generation 1, generation 2, generation 3 to where you're at?
All right. Let me pull up mine. I'll show you.
Shalette, you see how that can be a good tool?
Yeah, it's a very good tool.
Yeah, and the way I'm visualizing now, the way I'm visualizing it, Eddie, is like we're in different clusters. We're from different areas,
right.
And right. we want to be able to connect. Like Diane has said, how do we connect this link? How do we link each other up?
by each tree that I make, when I find a common in this software, you can actually merge the trees. Once you get the connection, you can take two trees and put it together.
Yeah, but you got to have the common connection. You got to have the
Right.
common denominator, right?
Right. And this is how you find it. Just like here, I'm gonna show you. This is my great grandfather right here. His name's Josiah McIntosh. I've gone back as far as 1600s with him using this program. And so, see, the famous person I have in my family is the chief, Shilly McIntosh. He's over the Creek Indians in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is him. Now I want to generate a report for him. What type of report would you like? Is what I can do a chart.
Not the chart, the text that has the generations, you know, like first generation, second generation.
Like this one.
Yeah.
I go over here and I say create. And over here, I can go how many generations you want. I'll give you a small one. I'll go with 4 generations for him. And then you can select if you want photographs with your report, and all the other stuff down here, including the children. I can eliminate the children, just the siblings.
Wet? Why are you wet? Oh, sorry.
So it's gonna take a while because I got so much info. I got so many names in there. So it's working now. And then there's other reports where you can actually do just his sibling, his children and stuff like that. So you can really break it down to what you want.
Yeah, that seems like a powerful tool.
See, I got so much stuff in here. But once I get it done, I can save it, and that's what I send to you. Say you want to know about a certain person. Just like when I showed you and sent you and Diane, y'all wanted everything on Moss only. So I broke it out and sent you just what Moss has. All the relatives, all the connections.
That was like about a year or so ago, wasn't it?
Right. And I've updated all the time.
Is that when you get an opportunity, could you send that to me? Is that in a PDF file or is that a text file?
It's in a PDF. I have a whole folder with PDF.
Okay, when your schedule permits, I don't need it now, but like send that, and I'm gonna use mine, and
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, this is him. Even if anything I grabbed from Ancestry, it puts it in their folders. This is even notes on him.
That's awesome. And some of that information is generated. You didn't type all that out. That's from the records, right?
Right.
That's sort of like his story.
Yeah. And so here's the first generation here.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I go down, it goes to the second generation.
Yeah. And that's what I have.
This was my great grandfather here. Then it goes to the.
Where's your grandmother Mary at?
Mary who?
She's coming down. What is your grandmother's name? The Moss.
Oh, my grandmother. Let's see. Her name was Catherine McIntosh.
Okay, who's the Moss in your family?
Well, they are the children. All the ones I have are the children of Catherine McIntosh and Adam Moss.
Oh yeah, Adam Moss, because Diane's is Mary Moss.
Yeah, well, I have an aunt named. I had a great aunt named Mary Moss.
Well, see, Diane has and
Okay.
she has the relatives who are connected to me.
This is
and
right here.
It's through her I believe it's her grandmother, Mary Moss.
Okay, this is right here, mine. And if you look at number 22 on the screen, number 20, that's my Mary Moss right here.
There she is. And she's a daughter of Adam.
Yeah,
I see.
Adam and
I see that.
Catherine McIntosh until when she was born and all that. And that's my line.
That's cool. Let me see. There's something. Let me see.
And these are all her children.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, that
I think it was 14 of them.
Yeah, that is the that's a powerful program.
Yeah. So this is what I use when you and it makes it a lot easier too to do research too, because right now if we go do strictly by ancestry online, we have to go through a lot, and then you got to write everything down. With this one, all I do is bring it back into the program, and it is sorted out for you.
Okay, I have a question for you. Let me ask Shalette. Shalette?
Yes.
Would you agree to, ask Eddie to, do this as one of our, like, similar like a webinar, but to take at one of our meetings, have one of the topics, take some time out to just give us the basics of that, the way that it is, and then we can see how we can link our trees. Is this something you believe would be helpful if he would do this, just like he's doing this with us, but if we make it as part of on our agenda, one part of our agenda?
I think it's very beneficial, if for people to see what the technology is available and how it can be used. It's very beneficial.
And it's like, I bought every one when they first came out. I've got a closet full of old software that I bought. So I rely highly on this software right here to do my research.
Well, this software, it was, I believe, like I said, my cousin Frances, she used it, and it's the foundation of my documents that I have on my father's, on the Moss's side and on the Burnell side.
Right.
She used that, and that's how that's how she generated the information. And when I asked her, gave her some of my basic information, she generated this and gave it to me. And
right.
So that's what I use when I do my outreach message to my DNA relatives. I'm able to identify what area and how they're related, what cluster they're related to me at, and it's more it's a good verifiable software. You can verify.
Right.
Yeah. And then you start building, your family portrait from that.
Yeah. That's the reason why I use it. And you can doctor it up, you can put background on it and stuff like that. So you can do a lot once you start doing it.
Okay, I have a loaded question for you.
So
how would how would you be able to provide this service of generating a report for other people?
What you mean?
What would you need from other people to generate a report?
Once it's in here, anything.
Well, you mean for him to do a report on somebody else's behalf?
Yeah, like yours.
But I think that so like I would have to have purchased it and put in my information.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it without my information being in there. So he either would have to build my tree or
right.
me, or I would have to purchase it and then build my stuff out.
Yeah.
Is that correct, Eddie?
Yeah, that's
no,
correct.
No, I don't agree with that. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
I I don't agree with the purchase part because I had the information. I gave Frances my basic information. She
Right.
purchased the program.
Right.
She generated my information from her program.
Right.
You see what I mean, Shalette?
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, but that meant that she did research. You either gave her all the information
And she put it into the program.
And then she did additional research for the rest of your information.
Yes.
So she did the work piece for you. Even though she purchased the program, she did the work piece. She
Yes.
researching.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And see, if you have it, you do the work on it, and then you can generate your own reports and send them. So that's the difference. Now, all the information you have on Ancestry will come down into this, make it easier for you to look at and to do changing and all that. And you can upload it back. If you use this type of program, all you do, once you load it onto your computer, you sign in to your Ancestry account. And then once you do that, and it'll tell you, do you want to download your tree? And you select download, it'll bring all your information into this program.
Yeah. Okay. Shalette.
All of it.
Shalette, this is the idea that I got. By listening to him say that, now what Frances was able to do, she was able to generate the information on my father's side of the family.
I can do it. You can do it on either side. I know the program.
But hold it. I'm talking to her for just 1 second.
Okay.
So that being said, I can understand the value of getting the program and actually purchasing it. And then, because I've already built out both sides of my family, and but I don't have documentation, paperwork, like PDF files for my mother's side of the family, like I do for my father's side that was generated by this tree maker program. So, the question to you is that a wise investment to invest in this tree maker program?
I think so.
Give me that question. Yeah, you want to know from me?
Her, Shalette.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to hear from her.
You said about your mother's side. If you have your mother's side in your tree, right?
Yes.
You can go to your mother's side and generate a report and change it to a PDF file just on your mom.
Right.
Based on what you have in there.
Right.
So you can do either side. You can do aunts, cousins,
yeah. Well, Shalette,
in-laws.
Well, Shalette, when you mentioned it, when you were going through the giving us some explanation about 10 minutes ago, that's what gave me the idea of I've generated a lot of information, but like it's not in a paper form. It's not in an organized form where you can put your hands on it. And by talking to you, you gave me an idea to say, okay, that justifies purchasing the program.
Let me see. Now this is, like you said, this is my mom here, Jerry. Now,
yeah.
I did all the research. So if I would just want to do a report on my mother, I just go up to publish, and it gives me the same reports that I wanted to have. A personal report, a list of, just say I'm gonna create a list just quickly so you can see. Now, I know you got a lot of stuff you've written down. You can add this into your tree by notes.
Yeah,
I'll show you how to do that.
I can see how you did it right over there on the side.
Yeah, this is everybody that's related to my mom by last names.
That's powerful, huh?
See, so this is everybody that's related to her.
Well, Eddie, what we're gonna do is, if you would agree to do it, like in our next meeting, we want to put this as one of our agenda items.
Yeah.
Would you be prepared to go through this?
Oh yeah, sharing the screen and do it. Yeah, I do it. I do it.
Yeah, thank you. And if you would have the the process of purchasing it, and just to overview some of the advantages, just a little caption of what the advantage is and how much time does it save and how much information does it generate for you, and how it how what value has it been to you.
Oh yeah. Also, you want to, sometimes you wonder how many children or how many people, family in one group. One other thing about it, it gives you the number of children that they have once you start doing the research. Down here, they start putting the number of names in there. So for instance, my grandfather, I never knew how many children he had until I started putting their names in there, and it comes out with 8 children.
Yeah.
And you can separate them, just like if your father had an outside child. You can put it in there and you can link that outside child to the father, but not to the wife. So it has a capability to do all this stuff that we always ask about. Just like my father had a child outside of his marriage. I'm gonna share. And when he did that, I found her. Let's see here. And this is his child. He never married her, the mom, but this is his child right here. So I can track her based on my grandfather. So we, you keep everything we thought about ancestry. Ancestry, the one that developed this program.
Yeah.
And all the things that you think about, this program will put it together for you so you can easily go to it and find it.
And it seems like it would definitely be good for those in the family that aren't doing the research, and you want to be able to give them a snapshot of.
Yes.
So it's definitely good for sharing information without having to pull up a tree and explain to somebody, or this is what this means, or this is what, this is what these blocks and things mean. So definitely a good program when you're ready to share the information, like a family reunion.
Right.
Print out something and say, give everybody a handout of, the lineage. It definitely would make something like that a lot easier to do.
And you also can do a book. You can create a book too from this software. And you can create a book. These are all my photographs of all the ones I have that will generate a book eventually if you want to put a book. And I did it. We had a 100-year family reunion in Texas, and they needed information. I actually put together and made a huge banner with all the descendants and put it on the pole. And we have it. We still have it. Every meeting they put it up so everybody can see where they're from.
Yeah.
But I generated the information out of this program. And so you don't have to get this program, but I'm just giving this is a tool that will help in your research.
Right.
It will really help keeping your mind so you won't be going way off and trying to find papers and stuff. If you have you can easily also put notes into each one of your family members.
Hey Eddie, what happens if your trees, if you have a tree that's not too tight and you have double people in your tree?
Oh, okay, you can merge them.
I know, even if if you don't merge them and clean it up, will that throw this program off too? It's only as good as it's only as good as what you put in.
No, I clean mine up all the time, Jerry. I do it. I can go on here and say it's
You
a
clean it. You clean it up where in Ancestry or in this tree maker?
and this through this program, and then I'll sync it back to Ancestry, and it overwrites what's not in Ancestry.
Which one is the fastest to clean it up? Ancestry or this one?
This one,
It's faster than Ancestry, right?
yes.
Ancestry, it's a bear that you know what I mean?
I,
Duplicate names and all that, man. And I have it in mind. I'll attest to it. You know?
Oh, yeah, and see, matter of fact, I took a cousin's tree and downloaded the software because she had double and triple names, and I said, well, let me get a hold to it, and I'll clean it up for you. And they
how much you charge me to do mine?
hey, I can get yours done. And see,
Thank you. I sure like that, man. Hey, please work for me, big cuz. Work
all
for
you
me
gotta
on
do is
mine.
all you gotta do is give me access to it.
I will. Like I gave Diane access to my raw data, and she did some miraculous work on let's say family heritage or my heritage. She found a relative that was pretty high, you know.
Oh, okay.
And we still doing some research on that because I got one of my other cousins is doing some
I have a cousin.
CIA work.
I have a cousin I work with constantly, and she actually has access to my ancestry tree. When she finds something, she put it in there, and then I go back and I sync it onto my computer.
Well, one thing that'd be good about that is, you and I, our synergy is pretty positive, and I, I'll be in my sanctuary here, and you're in yours from time to time, and we'll be able to work together on it. I wouldn't throw it out there. I say what I have, and we can learn from each other.
Okay. And what I'm doing now, Jerry, to show you what you're talking about, there's a program in here that says find duplicate names and stuff. And so I actually told my computer to go out in my tree and find duplicate names.
I see it.
And so that's what it's doing. And my tree is 12,000 names. So it's going through all of them and finding the different the duplicate names in there, and then you can compare them. You compare them, if the information for both of them are the same, you just merge them.
Yeah.
And so it does a lot. It's something like I said I use all the time, and I love it.
I do that. I'll set it up and like start on it. See about getting it tomorrow. Monday, order it.
And you can do it. You can search it. It's called Family Tree Maker.
I'll be able to find it.
I just do a search for it, Family Tree Maker, and go to it, and it takes you to the website.
Okay. All right. Let's get back on the full screen, please.
All right. Let me get. There you go. All yours, boss.
Okay. One thing that happened is I had Jerry. He was in the meeting. My son Jerry was in the meeting, and then he had some other activity. But he stayed in the meeting. That's why his profile page is up there now.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he does decide to come back in, I can he can come back in, and also at least the audio part of it, we can hear it from him, and then he can come back in. But down at the bottom where it says participants, there he is, and over on the side, I have the camera is turned off, and the microphone is turned off.
Mm-hmm.
So what do I do? Unmute him?
No, he probably has it mute because when he ready to talk, he'll unmute it himself.
But earlier I did turn his video off. I did, and you know, and I'm the host, so
Right. You can because you're the because you're the host. So you can do that.
yeah. So
Because his daughter was there. His daughter was sitting there.
yeah, and I turned that off.
Right.
Now, how do I turn that back on?
I mean, you can click it to turn it back on, but he may not be ready for it to be back on, is all I'm saying. You can click the same button and it should turn it back on.
It has ask to start video, make hold, no, put in waiting room, or remove. I might have to remove him altogether and see if he'll call back in. I can call him on the side and see if we can get him back.
Just leave him. He might be listening. He might be listening.
Well, just his microphone is active. That no, he turned his microphone off.
Yeah,
but he can hear us. We just can't hear him.
Okay.
So he's listening.
Well, that's okay. Well, that's something that we're.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Because like when I talk to my son, I'll put y'all on mute and I'll say something to my son, but I can still hear what y'all are saying.
Yeah. Okay. Mic mute.
So that's probably what he's doing then, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll get him. We'll clear that out. All right. Well, we're about an hour in, and you know, we handled some pretty important things, and you know, we're set to go next week. And you know, this is July 4th, so people are pretty tied up, and I can understand that. But I still want to be consistent. You know, where we miss some, we'll get some. You know, and and we always getting some real important information. Like that information you shared today is invaluable, Eddie. I look forward to.
Well, that's what I want to do. Every time we should have something like that to what they can. And it's another couple of phases we can do to help. Just like you can export your whole file. We can show you how to create what we call a GED format, where you can export it into anything off Ancestry and put it into the software itself. It's something that Ancestry have on the website that you can do. So you can share your tree with other people into different software.
Well, what's happened is through this course and working with all of you, you know, we're helping each other. We're sharing information with each other, and it's motivating. That being said, some of the things that was done for me, now with the technology and the experience, I would be able to do for myself. And when I can create these kind of reports, I can share that with other relatives and just people in general who have a shared interest, whether they're a relative or not. So that's value, and that's why I like to be persistent, consistent, and if you show up, if you show up with the right purpose and have a vision that is to help others, and in that process, it ends up helping me. You know, we're in a win-win situation.
Right.
So that's one thing I gathered out of this meeting. So let's just close it out with some closing statements. And this will be a good hour for us, and that's pretty good for today. So Shalette, have some closing comments about today's meeting from you?
I definitely enjoyed the presentation on the family tree maker, and I don't think I'm quite ready. I'm not there yet personally, but it's definitely helpful, and definitely something I know once I get to a certain point, I'll be ready to get into that. Once I've done some more research before I get to that part, but that's me. I would like some as we move forward with some additional information on the whole JED match thing. I've kind of gotten how to put in the numbers and see if there's see if you match. But beyond that, a lot of that I don't really understand what it's telling me. Like it'll tell me, the people that I match with, or the two, but put in two different JED match numbers, and I get the list of all the people that's related to both of us. But when it starts to talk about like those chromosomes and X and Y, like I would like some, to me, I would like to understand that more. And I've been kind of trying to watch the videos.
Well, we'll have one of our more experienced.
That would help to give some hints.
Yeah, they'll give on the agenda. They'll give us a rundown on that too, because like one of them, previously you heard them talking about that chromosomes and matching and all that. So
yeah,
let's find out who. I'll put that out when I send a message out. Ask people who have some experience in that, and then we'll make some determination who will have that portion on our agenda.
Right. Okay.
And again, in July, our purpose is to find our links, how we're all linked together.
Right.
That's one of the things that we're going to be looking to do. And so this is a good tool, Eddie, that you have.
Okay.
For us to use to find our links.
Yeah.
And when we think, we put our minds together, we'll be able to ask the right questions and input the information and not squander time, but maximize the time. So our next meeting is going to be the 12th, and then following that on the 19th. 12th next week. We're going to be meeting on the 12th, the 19th, and the 26th of July. And we'll pick up who we pick up.
Okay.
And we'll just press on.
All right.
You got some closing remarks, Eddie?
No, I'm glad I shared this with you because we want to move forward and try to help. The whole function, I think, is to help one another and give them the best opportunity to find their genealogy links. So hopefully I can bring some new information every time we get together, is what I would like to do. And that's for all of us. When we find something new, then we should share it with the group and give them the opportunity to say yay and nay.
Yes. Okay, cool. And that's pretty much what we've done. And just like, like this week, you and I, we share that reach out, that the method of how do you recruit, how do you connect with your relatives who are presented in that DNA matches, those pictures. And as a follow-up, I'll do that too, Eddie. You can start it off with your presentation, and then I'll have a presentation on my methods of connecting with DNA relatives.
Okay.
The different steps. Because you remember you saw what I was doing when I was going through it, finding it and changing it. And now you've used the tool. So I want to share that with our Moss Genealogy and Research Group. And that's one thing that bonds us. We are related. And so knowing that we're related, we want to just share our techniques, like Shalette said, we want to learn as we go and share what we know and pass it on. So we're good for now, and I appreciate everybody being here and feel open to communicate at any time during the week, and be safe.
Okay. We'll see y'all next weekend. Shalette?
All right, see you next
If you have any
weekend.
questions, you can email me.
Say, Eddie.
I sure will.
Hey, Eddie, the meeting is recorded.
Okay, all right.
This one is. Okay, I'll be sending the recording out.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right.
Later.
Much love, everybody.
All right, have a good one.
Peace.
All right.
Just leaves Jerry there. See, son, and Trish. That's Mrs. Moss. That's my daughter-in-law. We're gonna close this meeting out. It's been a positive, informative, and we're gonna, continue to grow, be together, and share what we know and pass it on. So enjoy your week. If the Lord wills, I look forward to seeing you and sharing information next week. Peace.